Welcome to F12 MJD News Updates. Greetings and peace, dear people of God. The people are returning. Some went back to what they were doing. Others have found alternative ways of making a living. A good many could not manage the COVID, the crisis and the change. Marriages and families broke up. A few gave up on life. Those who are coming back are those who have overcome fear, who have adapted and innovated. For some, it was bad times. For many, it was a learning time, the time to respond in a new way. And COVID is also making a comeback. Mask up, please. Unbelievable times. Same racial rhetorics, same blame game, unchanging election gimmicks. So many contesting, but for what? Personal interest? Personal gain? Do they have national pride, national interest? Don't blame the politicians wholesale. Generally, we Malaysians are greedy, dirty, scheming, and amoral lot. Even in church circle, we operate along these lines. Racial lines, religious sentiments, bigotry, gender bias, and class divisions. The dreamers and the prophets and the architects of a better Malaysia have a mountain to move. A thought for the week. While walking in the park, a short distance ahead was a mom and her 3-year-old daughter. The little girl was holding on to a string that was attached to a helium balloon. All of a sudden, a sharp gust of wind took the balloon from the little girl. The observer braced himself for some screaming and crying. But no, the little girl watched her balloon go skyward. She gleefully shouted out, "Wow!" Lesson from the little girl. It was not, "Oh no, what should we do?" But it was, "Wow!" Be ready for unexpected problems. Be ready to be put off balance. What is not preordained is our response. We can choose to be frustrated or fascinated. Announcements for this week. 1. The 19th November is General Elections 15 or GE 15, an election exercise schemed by a backdoor government. Evil perpetuates when we condone it. This is the last legitimate option to repeat the GE 14 outcome and go beyond in GE 15 to establish people power and through democracy. Vote for clean candidates, truth and justice. 2. The liturgical year is ending. The feast of Christ the King falls during the voting day. The Asian Youth Day is planned for the 20th of November 2022. 3. Advent and Liturgical Year A dawns another new season. 4. The MJD 50, the Golden Jubilee of the Diocese, is here. At the parish level, the 7 Sacraments Pilgrim Walk is underway. From the 29th November till the 2nd December 2022, the Diocese level 7 Sacrament Pilgrim Walk begins at MJD Center. With a climax on the feast of St. Francis Xavier, patron of the Diocese, on the 3rd December 2022, a Jubilee Prayer Carnival for all ages, all languages awaits you at MJD Center, Plentong. Come, celebrate our communion in history, story and mission. The Diocese is a communion of parishes, chapels, outstations, and BECs. Q&Q. Q asks, what is the stand of the churches in Malaysia regards election? From the Archbishop of Kuching, bishops, pastors, and heads of the Association of Churches in Sarawak, on 31st of October 2022, issued a statement to churches, Christians, and all people of goodwill in Sarawak and Malaysia. 1. Praying for Malaysia. Prayer is our duty as Christians in Malaysia. First of all, then I urge that supplications, prayers, intercessions, and thanksgiving be made for all people, for kings and all who are in high positions, that we may lead a peaceful and quiet life, godly and dignified in every way. 2. Voting is a sacred duty for Christians. In a democratic government, the freedom to elect leaders through voting is the right of each citizen. To vote means to stand up and be counted. God has entrusted to us this stewardship to work for the common good of everyone. 3. Discerning whom to vote. We are not to simply cast our votes blindly or according to a candidate's popularity. John in Luke's Gospel said, preached against injustice, exploitation, and corruption and greed. Moses in Exodus was asked by God to select leaders with good qualities to govern his people. As a religious association or organization, the ACS or Association of Churches Sarawak does not endorse any candidate or any political party. The ACS exhorts church members to seek and elect godly leaders who will ensure the common good of all people of all races, religions, and social standing in our nation. While it is important that we demand such qualities from our political and spiritual leaders, let us remind ourselves of this double-edged sword. Christians are called to strive for these qualities as part of our stewardship and leadership in respective families, workplace, and position of leadership that has been entrusted to us. Face the week ahead, face the elections with courage, think about the future of the next generation Malaysians, leave them a legacy that you voted for change. God bless you. God bless Malaysia.